So for those who are here for the very first time, my name is Dr. Kariuki Josphat. I'm super excited to be one of the speakers for the day and your host, married to Piaros Cherotich. And between us, we are blessed with 4 young children. Now, before this great opportunity, I was a full-time lecturer in the university here in Nairobi, and my wife was a high school teacher, teaching physics and mathematics with the Teachers Service Commission. For those who are watching us for the first time, the agenda is very, very simple. We want to make sure that we are living a very healthy life. We become entrepreneurs and successful entrepreneurs who can leave legacy. And of course, we enjoy lifestyle, travel around the world. And these are things that I've enjoyed for the last 12 years. 12 years from when I saw this opportunity and I grabbed it, and life has never been the same again. As I'll be mentioning later, today I'm no longer teaching the university. I fired my boss 7 years ago. My wife is no longer teaching in high school. She also fired her boss more than 11 years ago. So as you watch this presentation, please be assured that it's something that is going to be of great essence in your life. So let me share the slides so that we can move together and you follow me. I want to believe that the slides can be seen from the other end through the text. You can say, you can confirm that one is seeing the slides. So you can see there, the hosts, the people who have invited you to this call, we are called the International Superstars team, simply because we believe in shining in everything we do. And our mission is to help individuals, of course, those who are willing to start their own businesses so that they can realize financial freedom, travel the world, and enjoy a better lifestyle in general. But first things first, we believe that if your health is not okay, then perhaps you might make all the money that you don't enjoy. So we say that your health is your greatest wealth. How many would agree with me that your health is your greatest wealth? Unfortunately, many people only realize the essence of health when they lose it. Sad news, when they lose it. Just like money, you feel the pain when you lose it. And the World Health Organization gives us a very good recommendation on how we should eat if we want to maintain perfect health. Remember, we are talking of maintaining perfect health, not necessarily trying to regain the lost health. So either way, it's important to get this right. So World Health Organization tells us we need to first do physical exercises and manage our weights. And then we eat lots of whole grains to feed our cells. Don't eat refined ones. Those are useless. Eat lots of fruits and vegetables, 5 to 9 different colored fruits. The reason is to boost your immunity. Reduce on proteins, especially meat, and reduce on fats and sugars, and if possible, do away with them. But if you are like majority of the people, will you agree that we do the opposite? What do we love eating most? Sugary stuff, you know, and the drinks full of sugar, fats. We eat lots of meat. Instead of eating 20 grams of meat, you'll find a gentleman eating a whole 1 kg. And when he goes home, he will still eat some more, pretending that he never ate anything out there. And then we have reduced on the intake of fruits and vegetables. We only take fruits and especially fruits to the sick in hospitals. No whole grains. No time for physical exercises. What is the effect of doing that? Chronic diseases. Likes of heart disease, cancer, diabetes, stroke, obesity, you know, asthma, arthritis, name them. So many of them. In fact, as it is now, out of every 4 deaths, 3 are caused by these chronic diseases. Is that familiar with someone in the core? Most likely the people that you've attended burial for, they died of this. But then all is not lost. As Superstars team, we are so lucky to have partnered with a company that offers a perfect solution. The company is Neolife, started by Jerry Brasfield 64 years ago. That tells you it has stood the test of time, and perhaps it will be there for the next 64 years. And the reason why it has been there for 64 years, spread in over 57 countries now, is because of our strong values. The company's strong values, honesty and integrity. Too expensive for cheap people to afford. But that's what we go by. People are number one. What we do here is to empower people, make people's lives better. Products that work, and I want you to look at the guys on the right-hand side there on the screen. We have the late Dr. Arthur Fast, who was the founder of Cancer Chemotherapy and became the founder of Neolife's Scientific Advisory Board, and working with all these other top scientists in the world, and doctors and nutritional experts. They make sure that everything that they provide as a solution to fill in the dietary gaps is natural, so it's pure and scientifically researched. So the products really work. Then equal opportunity for all. Whether you're a professor, whether you never went to school, as long as you have big dreams that you want to achieve, then this is your opportunity. And long-range vision. Generations to come after you will really enjoy what you are starting today. It's not like in our jobs. When I was the full-time lecturer in the university, the truth was, even if I retired at the age of 75 years, as the contract letter was saying, my children would not have occupied that position that I have left to propagate the income that I was earning. No way. But here, as I share the opportunity with you, listen carefully and you'll see, oh, so my children and my children's children will be able to inherit the legacy that I will have built through this great opportunity. So those are our values. So now this is the solution that Neolife provides us, where we were supposed to eat whole grains and we never managed. They give us 3NN. 3NN is a combination of whole grains. No wonder those people who have used 3NN for some time, they look much younger than they were before they started using the 3NN, because it cleanses your body, rejuvenates generates new cells, and the dead ones are eliminated. So and by the way, who would want to look younger for longer? That's a rhetorical question, because everyone would want. Then for fruits and vegetables, we bridge that dietary gap by use of carotenoid complex, which will boost your immunity in only 20 days by 37%. Amazing. Does that answer the question why during COVID season, our products were on very high demand? Oh yes. Then omega-3 salmon plus for the right oils that we need in our body to fight the cholesterols and all that, and give our joints, the best health, and multi for minerals and vitamins, all combined in this sachet. And then we have 30 such sachets in this big box called Provitality. So when you join us, they give you a pack of Provitality. And man, in 2, 3, 4, 5 days, you experience tremendous change. You are so proud of your new being. I'll be talking more about that, but let me also say this. When now you are triangle that was upside down, you've taken Provitality, your triangle is the right side up, you can now be able to do your other things that generate great income. However, it's not only Provitality that the Neolife provides us with. We have so many other products. Actually, these are just categories. Weight management, for those who want to reduce on weight, or even to earn. We have different ones for earning. When I came into this opportunity, I was 1 GB. I had to use something called NutriShake to at least be where I am today. All right. My wife was the opposite. She was horizontally overblessed. So she had to use weight loss to resize so that we can meet somewhere in between. Then we also have herbal alternatives to fine-tune our hormones. Many ladies have got challenges because of hormonal imbalance, not getting children, having tough times during their monthly cycles. Others, all those kind of things, breast cancer, cervical cancer. But with feminine herbal, your hormones are balanced and you are good to go. For men, masculine herbal, because our hormones are different from those of ladies. And if you're a man, you don't want to get, prostate cancer, this is your solution. Remember, prevention is better than cure. Then we have, organic cleaning detergents. We call them home care products here. Instead of showering, washing your clothes, your house, your fruits, your vegetables with chemicals, why not use these natural ones? They are cheaper and they are more effective and natural. Then for skincare, many people don't take care of their skin, especially my brothers and ladies. In the name of taking care of their skin, they apply very tough chemicals which affect with time their skin and their health at large. The skin is your largest organ and you must take care of it. Then for our children, we have a children program. I'm going to give them the best foundation in terms of health. And then for farmers, any farmers in the house, Super Group is our unique wonder drop, a very, very powerful product for boosting your yields and making sure that even during dry seasons, your plants are green throughout. They retain water. We usually train people on these products because there are so many. For now, I just wanted you to understand, as we build business, we are using very high quality products. Your business's success is highly dependent on what you are dealing with. And these products, very high quality, you'll never go wrong in your business. So having looked at the kind of products we have, and by the way, we'll be sharing lots of literatures on the products and everything as we move on, we can now talk about what brought me personally into this opportunity. That is financial and lifestyle success. I didn't come here because of products. I wasn't sick. I mean, my disease rather was cancer of the pocket. We would be paid by my university where I was teaching and the TSC where my wife was teaching, would be paying some good amount of money. But then after the deductions and after paying all the bills, we would be left with literally nothing. So we were sliding into a quagmire of debts. So we were like messengers. You receive salary on this end, and your work is to go and pay bills, electricity bills, fare, rent, school fees, and you're left with nothing. I was still working on foot and using public means as a full-time lecturer. I was still paying rent and I didn't like that. So when this opportunity came to me, I grabbed it at once. Piaros was more interested with the health, but for me, I was more interested with the money bit. Those who are in Kenya, you know that some of us come from regions where people are not allergic to money. Kariuki Kamau is my name, as I told you. So I really needed to change my finances. And I had big dreams that my job would not have satisfied. So listen to what happened. First of all, we start with a challenging question. Do you have dreams? Because if you don't have big dreams, then your job will sound like it's okay for you. But men, after working for 30, 40 years, you are likely to say, I wish I knew. And that is a statement I've heard from so many retirees. And they say, if I started life afresh, I wouldn't just go through employment. I would do something else that would help me achieve my dreams. So do you want additional income? Do you want to drive some good machines? Do you want to travel around the world? Do you want to live in a beautiful home? Then this is your opportunity. Another question is, how do you make your money? Are you on the left-hand side where we have employees, people who depend on someone else to pay them, and you don't dictate how much you should be paid? That's why we go on strikes, because we are paid too little compared with what we feel we deserve. Now that is employees. Then self-employed. Rachel, please stop writing on my screen. We have self-employed. People who start small businesses that don't really take them far. Actually, that adds stress to you. But on the right-hand side, we have people who define how much they should earn. Big business builders. They start small businesses with a lot of potential to keep on growing. No ceiling. And automatically such people become investors. Now investors, this is the best quadrant to be, because investors don't work for money, money works for them. Have you heard people saying that the rich are becoming richer and the poor are becoming poorer? It's because some people have known, being on the right-hand side, you control your finances. But on the left-hand side, they don't have any control. So let me now show you exactly what the solution is. And because of the screen being written by one of us, let me reshare afresh. Right. So now how do we move on? We cross over from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. Let me ask you a question that I would want that it goes right into your heart. Who would wish to cross over from the left-hand side to the right-hand side? And if you're already on the right-hand side, help other people, your friends, who are stuck on the left-hand side. They are complaining that economy is very challenging. They are always on strikes. They are having financial difficulties. And you cross over to the right-hand side, right? That's a prayer. Now, this is how you do it. Two very important parties. First is Superstars team. You be part of Superstars team and we'll provide you with the best strategies ever, the best mentorship ever. We grow with you. We make sure that your business excels. But then Neolife's products are the products that we'll be using to build the business. So Neolife, on the other hand, will provide you with the distribution of the products, starting from importation, online platforms for you to build the business. Today, in a modern world, you don't really use conventional, traditional ways to build your business. We have gone digital, and the Neolife really helps us with websites and all that. So much. And how you do this is by paying 10,000 Kenya shillings only. Any business person in this call will agree with me that you cannot start any sensible business with only 10,000 out there. 10,000 Kenya shillings. It's not possible. You start a millionaire's business that will give you all that wealth with 10,000 Kenya shillings. It's not possible out there. But you see, for us, our motto is simple, and people empowering people. So it's not for those who are wealthy, it's for those who want to be wealthy. So you pay the 10,000 Kenya shillings and it comes back to you in form of a kit. Remember, you are directly connected to the company. There are no middlemen, no advertisers or sellers, retailers, distributors who would make products expensive for no reason, adding no value. So once you've partnered directly, they give you this kit. It comprises of an international license. You build the business in all the 7 countries where we are. Literature materials. We believe that we should build the business with some good understanding. So there are literature materials which will be enlightening you more about as we move on. Amazingly, the company gives you a full profitability pack for a whole month. Can you see your 10,000 shillings has actually come back to you? They also give you your own website. So at the comfort of your house, on your phone, you're able to do everything During lockdown that we had in many countries, for us, our businesses were never locked down because we had the gadgets and the website. And free delivery anywhere you are in your country. So now, listen to what you do, your work, because we work. We don't work hard, we work smart. Never be cheated that you'll be wealthy without working. Work is there. The thing is, what strategies are you using? The first thing that you do to succeed is change your buying habits. Don't continue buying chemicals where you've been buying. Now shift to buy these organic products from your own shop. Remember, you and in your life, you and Superstars team is one thing. So anytime you buy any products, even if it's soap for your own bathing, you get points. End of the month, points will be converted to bonuses. So the question you should be asking yourself is, and we'll help you on this as we move on, is how do you maximize on points? That's maximizing on your bonus. The second thing you do is you share the product. There are some people who might not want the money for whatever the reason, but they want products. Now, when you buy for them, you are given a huge discount. So because it's for your clients, then that discount becomes your profit. At the same time, you get those points. So you are also going to be paid from those points. But the magical part of this business is sharing the opportunity. Encouraging your friends who are also dreamers like you to come and build their own businesses with us. As you do that, you are highly remunerated by the companies I'll be showing you, and also accept to be trained. Come as you are, as naive as you might be, with no experience. I can assure you, will train you, you'll gain the necessary skills, personal development, and you'll be a very successful entrepreneur. So let me now finish up by showing you the part I called magical part of the opportunity, sharing the opportunity. Now that is you. Did you know success starts with you? Never anyone else. It all starts with you as an individual. If you have to succeed, it is up to you. So you are there, you've gotten the Provitality kit, but we say you are surrounded with by other people, your family members, parents, and all that. And in any case, you're in business, it's okay to have some stock. So you get 6 more packs. You can buy the 6 packs. And now I told you every product has points. The kit you got plus the 6 more Provitality packs gives you 252 points. Now that way you are already in the payroll, but before I show you the earning potential, let's go to the point where you duplicate that. You brought Mary, Tom, Joe, people who are also dreamers. They have dreams they want to achieve. And they do what you did. They register with the Provitality kit, 10,000 shillings, and then they get some 6 boxes. There are, of course, others who will do much more. I've seen people, instead of 252 points, getting some thousands of points. But let's just work with the 252 points. Now, with this kind of an organization, a team, you can see those are over 1,000 points. And you are called, at 1,000 points, you are called a senior manager. The first one was manager. And your bonus will now keep increasing. But it is from this point that I want to talk about money. When you have duplicated the same, so that Mary, Tom, and Joe, and a few others that you have brought are giving you a total of 4,000 points. Did you see that when you are alone, you get very few points, but when you have a team, then you are able to get very many points? Remember, the team you have brought, they are also earning. What an opportunity where you earn by helping others to earn. Now, at this point, you are called a director. And as a director, you will never earn anything less than 50,000 all the way to 90,000 Kenya shillings. I want you to think about 2, 3, 4 months from today. You've become a brand new director with us. And on top of what you have been earning in your full-time job, you're earning an extra 50 to 90,000 Kenya shillings. Will it change your life? Will it change a few things in this economy? Oh, sure it will. I'm seeing so many people super excited for becoming directors and they're earning this kind of money. And you get a lot of recognition. a lot of lifestyle, lifestyle in these 5-star hotels. Like now on 18th of next month, all our directors will be in a 5-star hotel here in Nairobi, Movenpick. Then on 3rd of December, we take them to Oresereni, all the superstars team directors. We take them to Oresereni, another 5-star hotel. In January, when we open the year, another lifestyle event. So really, this is the opportunity for everyone. In a nutshell, from when you become a director, your work is to help others become a director. You have one director in your team, you are called a Sapphire director. These are the people earning over 100,000 per month. These are the people we'll be flying with on 11th of May next year to Istanbul, Turkey, as an incentive by the company. These are the people we pay to spend in these 5-star hotels and all that. With the 3 directors, you are a Ruby director earning over 200,000 Kenya shillings. And with the 6 directors, you are called a president team member earning way beyond 500,000 Kenya shillings per month, with a lot of other lifestyle incentives. Before I invite our very special guest, let me finish this bit by first showing you the possibilities. Look at what was happening with me before the opportunity. Here I was in 2010, that's when I signed up. I was an employee paying rent, not driving, but look at the transformation there. This is not my first car, that's the latest shape of a Land Cruiser. Men in the house, you know the kind of machines you want to drive. This is not my first home, it's my second home. That's my family. Look at where my wife was brought up and look at the house that we built for my in-laws. The power of this opportunity. And you're joining the best team. We will definitely help you to be the best in this business. And for lifestyle and travel, it all starts locally. Look at those directors at Oresereni. The lower one is at Sarova Stanley. You know, enjoying life to the fullest. To become a Sapphire, we take you to Windsor Golf and Country Club. The company pays for everything for about 4 days or 5 days. You become a Ruby director, that's the hotel we take you for Ruby orientation. Colleagues have just come from South Africa, that Santon Sun Hotel, few days ago. So that's the life we want. Zambia Victoria Falls, that was 2012. Then we went to Grand Hyatt in Dubai. You can see me there and the founder and my wife and some friends from Nigeria. Then we went climbing to the top of the tallest building in the world, Burj Khalifa. Who doesn't want this lifestyle? I mean, this is for everyone who says yes to the opportunity. Then we went to Dubai. It's an island in Indian Ocean, enjoying ourselves. If you're married, of course, the company treats both of you. Those are our superstars team leaders in Cape Town. Then we went to Ferrari World. You get into a roller coaster that is moving at a lightning speed. You are inside there. By the time you are, getting back to the ground level, all your stress is gone. Then Yas Water World, the biggest mosque in the world. And you are being treated in a 7-star hotel. Just look at that. A former lecturer in the university, a former high school teacher, now being treated like VVIPs. And it's equal opportunity for all. That was Mauritius. Then we went to Mexico, Los Cabos, 22 hours flight from Nairobi. And then we went to Abu Dhabi again, even with my own biological father. And a lot of cash incentives. Oh man. And guess what? We are on our way to Turkey. Someone in this call will say yes to the opportunity. We mentor you. And on 8th of May next year, we'll be in the same flight, flying for a holiday, for a vacation. We go and enjoy ourselves, and we come back when we are fully energized. And we are saying it just starts by paying 10,000 Kenya shillings through the pay bill number directly to the company. Please screenshot that, and immediately after this session, you pay the 10,000 Kenya shillings. You forward the message to the person who invited you here, and you get started. Don't procrastinate. Start today. Never do tomorrow what you would have done today. And it is at this juncture that I want to bring on stage a gentleman who really inspired me when I was starting the business. I felt insulted as a full-time lecturer in the university then to see a student in the university living the life that I even never thought possible. He came to Nairobi and the gentleman was jumping like a Maasai, those who are in Kenya, with a lot of joy and celebration. And I saw the bonuses he was making, and I said, I'm going to build this business at all cost. Ladies and gentlemen, our international president team member from Uganda, Andrew Bugembe.
Thank you. Thank you, Josphat. You can hear me?
Very well, sir.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. A good evening to everybody on the call. It's good to see all of you on the call. It's such a pleasure to meet you. I can see a number of us, and a big congratulations to you all for having taken off the time to attend and be part of this particular meeting. My name is Bugembe Andrew. I am from Uganda, based in Kampala. I was traveling in from up country. That's why I am so casually dressed. But I guess it's the message that matters. I am married to Janet Navuga Bugembe, and together we have one baby, not a baby anymore. We have one little girl. An engineer by training. That's what I studied at the university. I have done a few other things in my life. I've done a diploma in tax, and I've also done a degree in law and a diploma in legal practice. So professionally, you can call me a lawyer, but I'm a business person by choice. I chose to do business full-time because of what Josphat has just actually explained. I noticed that going out there and putting aside, trading my time for money was not going to give me the kind of ending I wanted to have in life. Someone once told me that it's good to begin with the end in mind. It's good to begin life, or it's good to begin on a journey when you know how the ending is going to look like. And for me, I felt like to end my life would mean leaving something behind for my children's children. I think also the Bible says the same thing. So when I saw this opportunity, I was doing my first year at the university. I was just getting into my career to do my engineering degree. When they explained the things that Josphat has just explained, I just said, wow, where have these people been? Because for me, all that bit was like, it was all brand new. And I was looking at this for the very first time in my life at the age of 20, which was about 17 years ago. And I was thinking to myself, I need to work smarter. I need to be wise in this journey of life. So I decided to start. I didn't have the money to start. I took up part of my savings that I'd gotten from working as a messenger at the university. In my, I don't know what you guys call it there, but in Uganda here, we call it the senior six vacation. The transition between college and university. There are some 8-9 months. Those are the months. I just took off 3 months, worked, and that's the money I used to get started with New Life. Was it challenging? Of course it was. A number of people were not very positive about the business. Interestingly, my father is a professor of economics, and I relate very well with Dr. Josphat. I know what it means to have a PhD, because I saw him work so hard to get to that point. But when I saw this opportunity, a number of people were not that positive about it. I had relatives that were not as positive about it. I had friends that I was with at the university who looked at me and said, Andrew, what are you doing selling soap? You are an engineer. But you see, we don't eat titles, we eat money. So whether you're called engineer, lawyer, doctor, whatever the title might be. At the end of the day, when you go to the shop, you have to pay money in order for you to get an item. You can't get there with your title and say, I'm honorable so and so, give me milk. No, you have to bring out the cash and pay for the milk. So when I started this opportunity, I observed that that was what I really wanted. And so I took on the opportunity. And I remember my first check was about $10, which is about 1,000 Kenya shillings, I believe. It was about $10. And man, it was quite disappointing. A number of people looked at me and said, Andrew, this $10, this 1,000 Kenya shillings, is it in dollars? You know, tell me, how seriously can you work for 30 days and get this running? But I want to encourage everybody on the call, especially the distributors. That is how businesses start. That is how Neolife starts. You start by in such a humble way. And for me, what that showed me that if I could get 1,000 Kenya shillings on my first commission, that means if I worked harder, they would increase that to 10,000, they would increase that to 100,000, and they would increase that to 1 million one day. And so with that encouragement, I continued building the business. And about 5 months down the road, 6 months down the road, actually, that income had gone up to about 15,000 Kenya shillings. I was in my first year, second semester, and I said, well, this is quite nice. Money gives you options. Instead of going to the dining for ugali and beans, I would actually go and eat some chicken once in a while by the nearby center. Then as I moved on building this business, 1.5 years later, that income was able to get up to about 100,000 Kenya shillings. So I'm using Kenya shillings, 100,000 Kenya shillings. And for me, that is when I decided seriously to take on this opportunity, because the people that were looking at me, what do I mean? The people that I was looking up to, like my lecturers that were teaching me in class, many of them were working so hard to earn an additional 100,000 Kenya shillings from their jobs. In fact, they were going on strike so that they could earn 100,000 Kenya shillings. And I told myself, you know what, if my lecturers want to go on strike to get 100,000 Kenya shillings and Neolife is giving me this money, I shouldn't take this opportunity for granted. And in 2007, in my second year, second semester, I took the decision that I was going to do this business full-time and seriously, and all the other things were going to be hobbies. You know, so I decided to take on Neolife very seriously. So by the time I was in my third year at the university, I was already a president's team member. By the time I left the university, I was actually earning in excess of about 200,000, 400,000 Kenya shillings. And that is when I decided that I was going to actually not look for a job. A number of people were encouraging me to look for a job. And it was a hard decision, because as much as people want to sit in that nice office, and it's good to sit in those nice offices and have a chair that turns around, a very nice red carpet with a phone call, a nice fueled car. But as long as it's a job, it's not yours. It's never yours. It's for the company, it's for the government. So for me, when I feel like that is when I, very sorry about that, someone. That is when I decided to get married to my awesome, wonderful wife. And we went on to this journey together. We have been on this journey together now for the last 17 years. What has Neolife given me? I think first and foremost, it's a good health. To be honest, without health, you can't even begin to think of anything else. Yeah, so the good health for me was something that really, really, really stood out. I remember being at the age of 20, I was never interested in health. I thought to myself, by the time people are talking about diabetes and all this stuff, well, that is up to them. I'm still young. But today at the age of 37, I've seen a number of my friends. Just even a few weeks ago, I lost a friend at the age of 33, got a stroke and just collapsed. Taken to the hospital, then he died a few days later. I mean, it's real. Because of how we are eating, more people are getting actually a lot of these chronic diseases. And it's a real story. You know, maybe I didn't see it 17 years ago, but I see it today in my life because of the so many years of fats and sugars we have been able to consume. A lot of people are getting issues today at a much younger age. And for me, what I appreciate about that is that people like my relatives and friends, I'm able to educate them about that. And even when they don't want to become a part of the New Life business, at least in my heart, I know I've done my part. I've tried to help them to see how they can live a longer, healthier life. And for me, that is so satisfying. That is so fulfilling. Now, there's also financial freedom. Time freedom and financial freedom. Those are two very important things. But I think what I've taken as the most important is time freedom. You know, sometimes we don't live our lives because we spend so much of our lives probably trying to chase around for things here and there or living someone else's life. But when I started New Life, ever since I started, I usually tell people I've lived a fairy tale because I wake up in the morning and decide my time. I decide where to go, what to do, who to see, when to see them, and whether I have to be there or not. So that is one thing that I've come to appreciate. I've been able to work out my schedule without anybody coming to me and telling me do ABCD. And that is very, very fulfilling as well. The other thing is the financial freedom that comes with New Life. When I started this opportunity, I remember my dad bought his first car at about 42 years. I honestly thought I was going to buy my first car at about 42 because looking at how things were going, I actually thought it was very difficult to make money. But starting this business, within about 2 years, I was able to buy my first car. Even if it was secondhand, it was a good car. Though it was a little bit funny, the boot couldn't close, the bonnet, sorry, not the bonnet, the radiator always had some water leaking, so I'd have to put in water all the time. When I was on a dusty road, there'd be more dust inside, but I was so excited because it was my car. It's me who had bought it with my money. But a few years later, I think it was about a year later, when I bought my second car, and then eventually I bought a Mercedes. And then now my desire is actually to buy a brand new car, a car that is from the factory. I no longer look at what kind of cars I should be driving. My desire right now is to drive a brand new car. That's what keeps me excited about cars. Yeah, but the fact that I've been able to experience that financial freedom is very key. The other thing that has been able to change my life is the fact that when we started out, we had a dream of taking our daughter to one of the best schools in that we could possibly afford. And I remember sometime in COVID, when a lot of the schools all across Africa were under lockdown, I started seeing Irene, our daughters, begin to struggle with higher education because a lot of the children are online. And you see the opportunity that New Life gives you is the freedom of choice as well. And at that point, I remember there were a few people coming to Kampala for some assessments, and they were from a school called St. Andrew's Turi. And I'd heard about this school when I was a distributor from a distributor that was in Kenya who was taking their children there. And I told myself, you know what, maybe it's high time I go to find out what some of these schools have to offer, schools like Turi. And then I took Irene for an interview, and boom, I found that the school was the perfect school for her. And there she was. Before I knew it, she was already in Turi, and she's been there for quite a number of terms right now. And I want to just say that it could not have been possible if I'd been working elsewhere, either as a lawyer or as an engineer or as a tax person. It's only through New Life that I've been able to realize that dream. Turi is such a fantastic school. It's, I know some of you may not even know, it's somewhere in Molo, somewhere in Nakuru, no, Molo that side. I mean, I was just fascinated by how well set up the school is. It's indeed one of the best schools in Africa. And for me to have that opportunity and to have New Life allow me to have that opportunity together with my wife to take our daughter to such a wonderful school, it's exciting. I mean, Irene wakes up in the morning and she has a choice as to whether to go swim, to go ride some horses. She has a choice of whether to take a trip to Paris or to South Africa. Those are the things I have to deal with. You know, where do you want to go? Do you choose to go to South Africa or do you choose to go to Paris for trips? You know, and for me, these are things that I never ever thought that New Life could allow us to achieve. And even if really I don't, how can I say? Well, I'm just speechless. New life is what has done this and what has gotten us to this point. The other bit in there is, of course, building this business, you're going to travel quite a lot. When I started, I would ask myself to travel where, to see who will pay, you know? In fact, I even hated traveling because just going to the source of the Nile, I felt I would ask myself questions like, okay, to see the source of the Nile, the water, and so, you know, that kind of thing. But you see, when you don't have money and you don't have dreams, those are the questions you begin asking yourself. But when you now begin to dream, you begin to think of things like Barcelona. You begin to think of things like, you know, Paris, like Rome, like Sun City, like Zimbabwe, where we are this year. You know, and over the last so many years, approximately about 12 years of my life in Neo Life, I have been traveling every single year courtesy of this opportunity. I don't think as an engineer and as a lawyer, basically I would have done that. I could have been able to travel maybe for health or maybe for conferences, but you know what? When you travel for conferences, you really don't travel. You travel to come back and make reports and tell the boss what actually happened in the conference. You don't even get to see what is happening outside the conference room. But courtesy of this opportunity, you travel for holiday and not just alone, together with your loved one, together with your wife. So that is something I found extremely beneficial. I look forward to seeing many of you in Turkey as well. Yeah. The other thing, and maybe it's the one I'll end with, is the personal development. Starting out in this business as extremely shy, that you would tell me to say my name in front of my family members and my heart would start pumping when the first family member starts to talk. But as the line grew closer, my heart would pump more. But courtesy of Neo Life, I have been able to build the confidence to have seen myself develop personally. I never used to read books. I've seen myself reading books year after year. I remember a few years ago, I did a very interesting program. And I also attribute this to Neo Life because I feel like without that exposure, you're not able to do some of these things. There's a program right there in Kenya called Ndoa. It's very good for marriage. I mean, I would never even have thought of going to Ndoa if I had not been a part of Neo Life. Why? Because Neo Life has taught me to develop personally every year. I usually tell people that the amount of money you have on your account is equivalent to the size of your mind. If you don't have this thing working, if it does not have enough information, it does not have that personal development, you cannot expect your account to grow. So sometimes if you find that your account is stuck on what? 50,000, 20,000, 5,000 Kenya shillings, go back and check. What are you reading? Who are you associating with? What are you exposing your mind to? Because at the end of the day, the people you associate with, the books you read are actually going to help you change your account. So ladies and gentlemen, at this particular moment, I just want to say, if it had not been for Neo Life, I had to begin to think of where I would be today. And I just want to encourage everybody that is on the call right now. There are 105 of you, that you're in the right place. You're with the right people. I believe in your leadership as a superstar team. I believe that the fact that you have been able to be a part of this business, that is where God has placed you. And we have so much work to do. We still have so much work to do. There are so many people that need our opportunity. You know, at the beginning of this year, I saw prices of fuel double. To be very honest, as a presence team member, I could feel the impact, because where you would go and put in 20 liters for a certain amount of money, I was paying twice the amount of money for the same amount of fuel. And I was thinking to myself, what about that person who is a bank teller? What about that branch manager? What is happening to them? There are people who today are just looking for an opportunity where they can make more money. And I want also to tell you something. The economy is not going to go back to where it was. I have not seen that for the little years I've been on this earth. For the 37 years I've been on this earth, I've not seen the economy going backwards. Yeah, it's always going forward. When I was born, when I started buying sugar at the shop, it was so little money. Right now, the sugar is much more expensive than it was when I was still younger. And I don't expect it to go back to the time when I was still younger. The only solution you have is to make more money, to look for alternative sources of income, additional sources of income, so that you can come to the level of living that you are at right now. There is nothing at all that is going to come to your rescue to try and reduce. No government is going to come and reduce the prices of fuel. This is just the way the economy is. The inflation is all out there. It is high. It is high everywhere. So what is the solution? Look for an alternative source of income. If you're on the call and you are a distributor, get serious with this opportunity, because before you lose your job or before something that requires you to spend more money comes into play, usually at the age of 40, so some of us, your parents get sick, your relatives get sick, more people are getting married, people are asking for more money from you. And if you are not going to be able to get that money from your job, you need to have another source of income. For the younger people, no one is going to pay you enough money. No one at all. No one ever pays you enough money. Let no one ever lie to you. It's never enough. You'll always have a balance. You'll always have some kind of deficit at the end of the month. So I want to encourage you, ladies and gentlemen, this is the right time. This is the right opportunity, and we are in the right place. New Life products are the most needed products in this day and age. Most needed products in this day and age. Every time I talk to someone, I have a solution for them. My way of doing business is I do one-on-ones every single day. Every single day, Monday to Saturday, I have someone I'm talking to. And I'm either doing that for me or for someone in my team. And every time I talk to that person, that new person, about this opportunity, I show them how the products work and what solutions we have in New Life. That person is able to pick out something. There are people who are spending so much money washing, other soaps have gone up out there. We have the G1 laundry that everyone is doing some form of washing, and they are finding the G1 laundry a lot more affordable. So what am I trying to tell you? We have all the solutions. We just need the people that are going to get out there, get focused, and to build this business so that we can be able to change other people's lives. Ladies and gentlemen, if I have been able to do it, I am definitely sure you can also do it. I have 2 legs. I have blood. I'm a human being. I was born like you. What else can I say that is so normal? I also eat food. I also eat ugali. So at the end of the day, if I can do it, you can also do it. There's nothing different about me having done this business to where it is right now. God bless you. Thank you very much, Pieros and Josphat, for this opportunity. We look forward to seeing you at the top and seeing all of you as 5 Diamond Directors one day. God bless. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Andrew. That is a testimony penetrating right into our hearts at bone marrow. We can only say thank you so much. And for every guest who is in this call, I want to give us some food for thought. With that kind of success story from our president team member, Andrew Bugembe, you have only 2 options: to live on telling how powerful the story was, or to live telling how the story transformed your life. If you don't get started, all what you've heard today will remain just stories. But someone in this call will decide enough is enough. They start the journey today with faith, not because you've understood so much, but because you believe in yourself, you believe in God, you believe in what we've told you, and your life will never be the same again. I can only say, as Andrew has said, we are not special. Some of you have greater potential than us, but how will it help you if you don't start? The greatest failure on earth is not starting, because you can never succeed in something you have not started. Have that courage, take that courage, decide, I want to jump and see what happens. Until you start, you never know what God has in store for you. Dear friends, thank you so much for being with us today. At this time, please turn to the person who invited you. Give them a call. Ask them, how do I start now? What is 10,000 Kenya shillings if it's going to change your life 360 degrees? What is 10,000 Kenya shillings? Did you know my parting shot? 1 year from today, the 10,000 will have transformed your life, or you'll have eaten it and forgotten about it. So pay through the paybill number we gave you, business number 985650, account, you put your national ID, forward that message to the person who invited you here, and they'll guide you on how you get started. Let's be meeting in the beaches of the world if you'll be there to be met. Thank you, everyone. Have a lovely night, and God bless you so much.